Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Luke, and today is a wonderful day. It is sunny out, and we have our first official project on the new vehicle. I can't wait. We are going to be doing the power steering flush today, and I'll show you how to do that. The pump has been making some noises. When you turn the wheel all the way to the right or the left, you get that growly, chirpy noise. So I'm sure a lot of you have heard that. So if you're looking to change your power steering fluid, this should give you a pretty good tutorial on how to do it. Maybe we'll get lucky and the pump is bad too. So at the end of this, we might be replacing the pump. I don't know. That could be a good thing. That's what this channel is all about. So broken parts are good for us. Anyways, let's get to the fun stuff today. Okay, so one of the big indicators that you need to replace your fluid, if you haven't looked at it, is if you turn your wheel all the way to the end, you'll get some weird sounds. This one kind of has a high-pitched squeal, squeak. It might grind, it might growl, which it was doing earlier. But that is a good indication that your fluid is bad, or you might have a pump going bad. But what we'll do first is replace the fluid in this thing. This is the very first thing we're doing to this vehicle. And I know that if I'm going to put a new pump in this at some point, I want new fluid. So we'll start with the first things first and get the fluid out of this thing. Now I'll jack the front end of the car up and get both of the front tires off of the ground. Going straight to the engine bay, we need to find our power steering pump location, and if you don't know where it's at, you can generally look at all of the various caps throughout your engine bay and find one that eventually says power steering fluid. Now this is where all of the action takes place. This is where you fill it. This is where you start to empty it. This is where you check your fluids. So our motor is cold right now, so that's our hot side. And here's our cold side. If you look at it, it looks like it's a little bit low. But this is where it all starts, and what we'll do is get our turkey baster out and start to drain this fluid and actually check out how it looks. So the first step in removing your power steering fluid after you've jacked up the front end of your vehicle and both tires off the ground is remove the cap on the power steering pump. This gives you access to the reservoir, and with a just general turkey baster, you want to get in there and pull out as much of that fluid that's in there as possible. Just like so. What this will do is take out as much fluid as possible, so when you pull the return line off on the lower end of the pump, you won't have as much available to make a mess on your face when you're draining the pump at the bottom. The next step is I will get in the car and turn the steering wheel all the way to the left and all the way to the right, and what it will do is force more power steering fluid into this reservoir so we can use our turkey baster to pull it out. Okay, I did about 3 times back and forth. I'll put this turkey baster back in here, and you can see how much more fluid was pumped into the reservoir. We can just keep pulling it out of here. That was a lot. So now that we have that done, we can move to the lower end of the pump and pull off the return line and drain the system out. While I'm working on the bottom of the engine, I will put the cap loosely back on just so that stuff doesn't fall into that reservoir while we're working on it. So from the ground looking up into the engine bay, we can see the power steering pump up there. It has 2 lines coming from it. One is the supply side, so that's your high pressure side. You will not be disconnecting that. And then your low pressure return line is the one that we'll be disconnecting. So what you want to do in order to determine which one is which, follow your lines and they cross over the frame here on this vehicle, and you're looking for this pipe right here. This is your low pressure return side, and the way you can tell is it doesn't have these fittings. It has these, which you can take off with a pair of vice grips, and then you can drain the system. And that is the easiest way to tell. That is your return low pressure side. So I'll get the camera set up, we'll take that guy off and let the system drain, and I'll show you how to do that. Now I'll undo this pipe clamp so we can pull this low pressure side apart. Just wiggle that clamp off. And now with that out of place, we can pull this pipe off of this fitting and let the system drain. I put my drain pan in place directly underneath of the line that I'm going to be separating in order to hopefully catch most of the fluid that comes out of this thing when we separate it. Okay, let's crack this line open and get it drained. Next, you want to get inside your vehicle and turn your steering wheel all the way to the left and all the way to the right 2 or 3 times until it pumps all of this old fluid out of the system. Now that the power steering system is completely empty, we'll start to add new fluid in from the top. I still have all of the lines below disconnected because we still want to flush out remaining old oil that we have in the system. So we'll just start adding fluid here slowly and let it start to run through the system. And down below, you should start to see it seep out of the line that we already have disconnected. And we want to do that until this oil runs clean. So you can see it's still really dirty coming out of there. So it's starting to turn a little bit better color. It's getting kind of amber. But we'll keep doing that until the fluid is completely green, because that's the color I'm using right now on this system. Okay, at this point I've reconnected the return line, and what I'll do is put new fluid in the system. Again, I'll turn the steering wheel lock to lock, and what that'll do is force new fluid through the system, and then I'll pull this return line back off and let that drain one more time, because it'll clean out a lot of that residual that's just laying in low points. And then we'll reconnect this line and do a final fill and a final test of the system and see how well it works. Okay, we'll do the final lock to lock of the steering wheel. So we're loading that system with all that new fluid. So it stops. We'll come back one more time. And now we'll go back under there and disconnect the return line one more time. So we'll do the final disconnect of the return line. And as you can see, there's still a lot of old fluid in there, so this new stuff mixed with it will get most of it out. You're never going to get everything, but this does a pretty close job. I'll get back in and move the steering wheel back and forth again to pump all this other remaining fluid out, and then we'll do a final fill of the system and test it. Okay, we will reconnect this return line. With everything in place, I'll fill up the reservoir. To the very top. Okay. And then I'll get in the car and I'll turn the wheel lock to lock again to try and purge all the air in the system and force all this fluid into it. So right now I'll get in the car, I'll turn the ignition just to accessory, I won't turn the vehicle on, and what that'll do is engage that pump and it'll force fluid into the system. So as you can see, that fluid level went down. Maybe you saw air bubbles, that's good. That's forcing air out of the system, but we'll keep doing that until this system is at a good level when we check it cold on our dipstick. Okay, I put the reservoir cap back on, and what I'll do is get inside of the vehicle, I'll turn it over and let it run for about 1 or 2 seconds. What that will do is let that pump force all that fluid into the system, and then I'll turn it back off. Okay, and now we'll drop the car down off of the jack stands and fill the system up, and then we'll drive this thing around and see how well it filled up. What to do is you want to inspect anywhere for leaks, anything that looks out of place. Good. And what we'll want to do is get in the vehicle while it's running and turn the wheel lock to lock. So what we're doing is forcing any remaining air out of the system. And if we get all the way over to the other side, everybody could hear that noise. Maybe my power steering pump is going bad. But at least I know I have new fluid in the system for my change. So we'll let that run for about 15 more seconds and then take this thing on a drive. We just got back from our initial drive, so let's open this guy up and see how it looks. Oh, it looks good. I think on our dipstick we are right about where we need it for now. So what we'll do is keep a little extra power steering fluid on hand and I'll grab that at some point. But as you drive it around, be sure to pop the hood a few times and make sure your fluid levels are fine, but that is a wrap. Okay, as you can see, here's our old fluid. It's pretty nasty. I'm not really sure when this was changed. It's pretty gritty. I don't know. I like to change all the fluids in a new old vehicle just because you don't know the history on it. Power steering fluid, coolant kind of get neglected. Oil's pretty regular, but we'll change them all in this vehicle and I'll give you guys the how-to on how to do them all. But old, mid-change, and this is why I do the second flush on it, just so we can get nice clear fluid in the system. Start with something fresh, and I know inside at least everything is good and new. So if the pump's bad, we're starting with this on a brand new pump as opposed to this gritty stuff or just old nasty stuff going through a brand new pump. So with that, we'll take all this fluid right here to AutoZone. So if you guys need to dispose of your power steering fluid at the end of this, take it to AutoZone or any other auto parts store and they'll dispose of it for free. And when you're choosing your fluid for your vehicle, you should probably cover that. Not every vehicle is the same. The easiest way to figure out which fluid you need is to take it actually to an auto parts store like AutoZone and ask them, what kind of power steering fluid do I need for my vehicle? And they ask you, what vehicle do you drive? And you can either show them or tell them, and they will tell you exactly what you need.